Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Why are some Californians trying to recall Governor Gavin Newsom, and how does the process work? Voters could soon remove the governor from office and pick his replacement. The effort to recall California Governor Gavin Newsom is on the verge of a major victory. There are almost enough signatures in support of the effort to get the measure on the ballot, which would give voters the option to remove the governor from office and pick his replacement. Though organizers say they are nonpartisan, Republicans are rallying around the effort. According to the California Secretary of State's office, this is the sixth official attempt to recall Newsom since he took office in 2019. What is a recall and why Newsom being targeted? A recall is an action powered by voters who sign a petition in support of removing an elected official from office. If organizers are able to obtain enough signatures, in this case just under 1.5 million, the measure goes to a statewide ballot. Voters would then be presented with a two-part question. Do they want to recall Newsom? And if so, who they would like to replace with him? Newsom recently signed a bill that would mail all voters a ballot for any elections in 2021. Anyone can file to be a replacement candidate in a recall election, which often leads to a very crowded field. Organizers in the effort to recall Newsom say the government overreach has led to dissatisfaction with his leadership. The city has executive orders to phase out gasoline-powered cars by 2035 and rolling power outages to prevent wildfires, among other issues. They also cite a number of issues surrounding his handling of the coronavirus. The first attempt to recall Newsom came 2 months after he took office and was filed alongside recall attempts taking aim at 6 other top Democrat officials, including the Lieutenant Governor, the Secretary of State, and the Attorney General. Newsom's handling of the coronavirus pandemic appears to be the cast style for the latest recall effort. Randy Economy, a senior advisor to the effort, told ABC News that voters are trying to take the government back. Californians previously successfully called Governor Gary Davis in 2003, leading to the election of former Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. How many signatures are needed? Organizers met their final collection deadline on March 17th. Their final count was just over 2.2 million signatures. Now, counties have until April 29th to sift through the signatures and verify them. As of the latest update on data through March 11th, the state had received 1,834,770 signatures and examined 1,454, 710 of them. Of those, 1,888 and 073 were deemed valid, giving organizers an 81.7 success rate. Recall expert Joshua told ABC News he doesn't think organizers will have much difficulty making it to a ballot. Still getting voters to cast a ballot for the recall may prove difficulty. Of the total 22,154,304 registered voters in the state, 10,228,144 are Democrats and 5,347,377 are Republicans, and 680,573 are independent voters. Who is behind the recall? This is the second recall attempt, primarily led by former Yolo County surrogate and California businessman Mike. Organizers say they have raised just under $1 million in donations, though organizers claim the effort is nonpartisan. Records show contributions from the California Republican Party totaling at least 100,000. The Republican National Committee has financially supported the effort, and the Republican Governors Association recently launched a political action committee to do the same. As the signatures verification rate climbed, Democrats in California and across the country launched a defensive seeking to tie organizers and supporters of the effort to a far-right wings of the Republican Party and the QAnon conspiracy. They argued that removing a sitting governor as he tries to quell the coronavirus pandemic would be harmful for the state. Stop the Republican recall. The campaign against the effort is primarily funded by the California Democratic Party and has recruited National Party figures like Senator Elizabeth Warren and Stacey Abrams to help fundraise. Newsom publicly addressed the threat of the recall on ABC's The View, saying it appears that organizers had the signatures needed to send the question to a ballot. Am I worried about it? Of course I'm worried about it, Newsom said. The nature of these things, the up or down question, the zero-sum nature of the question is challenging, so we're taking it seriously. So what comes next? The state has until April 29th to verify signatures submitted on the remaining petitions. The state then has 10 days to verify that the signatures make the required threshold. Following that, those who signed the petition have 30 days to remove their names from the list. Experts predict the question could be on the ballot by September or October. Who could run in a recall? Democrats are putting up a united front of oppositions to the recall and are not announcing bids for the seat, but some have reportedly quietly expressed interest in jumping in a potential governor's race down the road. Tom Steyer, one of the failed 2020 presidential candidates who spent millions on his own race, recently commissioned a poll on a number of issues, including the recall. His spokesperson told ABC News that he opposes the recall effort and has no intention of running should it get on the ballot. Former San Diego Mayor Kevin Corner, a Republican, has already jumped into the race and is calling on voters to elect him for California comeback. Republican John Cox, who was the party's nominee in the 2018 governor race, has also thrown his name in the ring, as has former Republican Rep. Doug Oath. And that does it for this morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news report. Goodbye, everyone.